You have received a lot of insights to write your resume and face an interview. Thank you, Dr. Benison, for enlightening the participants yesterday.
Welcome,
and we
ma'am.
hope to get more inputs on interview skills from you today also. We from the placement and the counseling cells of Annamal College of Education welcome both the speaker and the participants. Dear participants, I have some instruction to you. I hope that you have submitted your assignments to earn the course certificate. Please don't ask for feedback link. We'll share the link at the end of the session. Kindly understand the pain taken by the speaker and the organizers to give new knowledge to you. And now over to Dr. Benison.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Good afternoon, everyone. As we did yesterday, I just want to know who you are. So where are you from? Which college you all belong to? Could you please, which place? That is very important. Are you from Tamil Nadu or from some other state? We want to know that. Let's take 1 or 2 minutes to know that. Am I audible, ma'am?
Audible. Yes, you are audible.
Yes, ma'am.
You're audible.
Thank you. Okay, from somebody from Andhra Pradesh. Goa, welcome. Tamil Nadu, Saratakar. Again, Nagapavitra, welcome Nagapavitra. Coimbatore, Avadi, Tuticorin, wonderful. Periyakula, Maharashtra. Oh, great. We should thank the administrators. We should thank the principal and the other staff members who have taken a lot of pain to bring us all together. Madras, Tuticorin, Madurai, Tyagaraja College. Mr. Raja, welcome. Okay, Goa, West Bengal. Telangana, good. Hyderabad, Sivakasi. Am I not audible?
Yeah, audible.
Okay. Someone has expressed.
It's audible.
Okay, Krishnagiri, that's good. Someone has given a full address. Saradagar College again, Angeline. Okay, thank you, Miss Dhanalakshmi. I'm audible from Andhra Pradesh, Ramanathapuram, Varanasi. Oh, Dr. Asha Pandey, welcome. Mangair Karasi College, Shamla Devi ma'am, welcome. Karur District, Pune, welcome everyone. Sharon, welcome. Trichandur Uma ma'am, welcome. Andhra Pradesh. Charan, Mr. Charan from Vellore, welcome. From Pune again. Thuthukudi, good. Thank you so much for responding. People are coming in. Right, now I want to take 2 or 3 more minutes to know. Thank you, Sharda Shetty, ma'am. Thank you very much. I just want to know what are the things that you learned new yesterday in 1 or 2 words. Can you? What are the things that you learned yesterday? Maybe so many might have spoken to you or taught you how you should prepare for an interview well, but what are the things that you learned yesterday new? Or how to face an interview is a general thing. Types of interviews, thank you. Stress interview, thank you very much. Oh, in the best manner, Rebecca Jennifer. How dress in interview? I meant to start that. Anyhow, interview skills, types, and checklist. Always be positive. What not to do, it still continues. Dressing code, different forms of interviews. Improve English communication. Oh, like me, Kavya Sri. Thank you. How to face interviews, how to attend interview in a formal and with perfection. Learned about stress. Overcome interview phobia. Oh, checklist again. Practice at home. Quite interesting. You know, before you learned, I have learned a lot of things. It's only because of this program. What is interview? Of course, I learned interview behavior. Reading loud is to improve our skill to face interview. Good. Forms of interview. The more you listen, the more you gain. Thank you. Sita Lakshmi, all the best. Listen to English. Interview etiquette and the types yet to do that. Real science behind interview. Oh, it's a very big phrase. Mr. Yogesh, I slightly touched upon group discussion. How to select a candidate. Major characteristics. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you so much. I think we can start now. Give me just 1 minute, not even 1 minute, just a few seconds, because I want to play a music now. Can you hear?
No,
No?
we could not hear.
Okay, wait a minute. Okay, leave then. It needs some more adjustment. I wanted to play music side by side when I'm talking to you. Time management. I can't hear. Raghavi Prema ma'am, can you hear me now? Not audible, you said. Chandra
But it is
Prabhu.
audible.
Audible, right. Okay,
Audible,
okay.
audible.
Some places the bandwidth is very low. That may be the
Yeah,
reason.
that is the issue, I think.
Yes, yes, yes. Right. I'll rush through the presentation now.
Now we can hear the music.
That is from the
A
mobile phone,
small
ma'am.
piece we heard.
That's from the mobile phone.
Okay, okay, okay.
Shall I play it from there? No, 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 not now. Hoping for you peace of mind today, sir. What does it mean, Mr. Yogesh? You mean to say that I had no peace last night? Look at the spelling for peace. Madam, I want to share now. Share my screen.
Okay, okay.
Can you see? Can you see my?
A host from Annamal, please
No,
see
sir.
the.
No, sir. Your screen is not visible.
Oh, wait a minute. I'll give you now. Now I think you can.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Sir, please disable the annotation of.
Can you be a little bit louder, madam?
Sir, please disable the annotation option, sir.
I'll do that immediately. Done, madam. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Someone has started doing that. Okay. How playful these little guys are. I don't know what kind of education they have got. Yes, 7 people have raised your hands. 8 have raised your hand. Thank you. What do you want? Please chat in the web chat box, please. I would like to. You remember, my friends, where we stopped yesterday? I think we came up to this. Where is the chat box for me? I'm not able to see that.
Chat box is here.
All right, I got it. Up to
Yeah.
checklist we have seen. Thank you, ma'am. So please disable participant annotation. I've already done that. Is it still alive?
A chat box?
No. The participants annotation has to be. No, it has been disabled.
Okay.
Someone has done that a little bit earlier. Good afternoon, Prachi here, right? Okay, right. I think this is the place where we stopped yesterday. Now we have to go from here. So first thing what we need to do in an interview is the best way to present ourselves is to put up a smile. To put up a smile. That's very important. That's very important. We cannot enter into a room with a grim face. We cannot make the interviewers scared of us, and we should not frighten them. A smile, if you turn to the pages of history, if you turn to the works of Shakespeare, that too, and if you read Hamlet, Othello, a smile, a wink of an eye bring a lot of changes in the minds of the people. So good smile always pleases people. And second thing is, if possible, and if you are permitted to do that, gentlemen to gentlemen, do not forget to give a handshake. But it should be a firm handshake. We will talk about the handshake later on. And then eye contact is very important. I believe that most of the B.Ed students have joined here in this session. When they take classes, they look at the sky, they look at the ceiling, they look down, or when the other students go, when the other classmates are sitting in front of them, they turn this side or they turn that side, or they see out through the window or the door. Avoid that, please. Have a pleasing eye contact with the interviewers. See, sometimes it is very difficult to look at the eyes of the opposite sex. In that case, you can see this place just above the forehead, right? You should not cross this level. Just see the forehead and talk to them. There are a number of ways to look at a person. This is an official, that is, official means when you look into the eyes of a person and talk to him or her, you try to prove that you're superior to him or her. When you look at the center, you're compelling somebody to do that. When you look at here, it could be a friendly, I said it could be a friendly look. When you look at the lips, that is different. The maximum possible coverage should be only this much. Inverted triangle, only this much. If a person goes beyond this, especially when men are looking at the women folks, if a man goes down beyond this place, there is something wrong with that man, right? In an interview, you just give a smile. Our eyes can express our feelings. Our eyes when they are filled with a smile, our eyes can also speak with some smile. You can talk to the people there in front of you. Sometimes they will be irritating. Sometimes they will be provoking, as I said. Sometimes they will be trying to corner us. Even if we do not know an answer, we can simply say with a smile, "I'm sorry, sir, I don't know the answer for this question." Something like that. Sometimes, when we do not know, when we know the answer, with all jubilation, "Ah, yeah, I know that, I know that." No, 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 don't do that. Don't do that. Be balanced every time. Look into the eyes of the speaker. That's very important. If we have any problem, we can just raise our target, raise our focus to this place, and to some extent up to this place. This is okay, but when we look into the eyes of that interviewer, the interviewer may try to compel us to do certain things through questions. So there is a risk in that. Now, the next thing is, be ready to briefly describe your experience, showing how it relates to the job, the particular job. Suppose I'm taking up a salesmanship. I'm going for I want to become what to say, sales representative. The interviewer may ask me, "Do you have any previous experience?" If I have an experience, I must tell him so convincingly. I cannot simply say yes and go away from that place. Sometimes I may not have the experience. In that case, "I'm sorry, sir, this is the first time, but I believe in myself and I believe in God." If you believe in God, you can confess that. You can say, I believe that I can do the work in a better way. I can, I will, and you will be happy. Something like that positive note we need to give. Next one is, during the interview time, do not talk too much. Yesterday, I gave you some tips regarding this. We should not give any lead to the interviewers. We should not give. We must be very careful about it. Sometimes, when we are talkative, when we talk too much, they will get the points from our own words, and we will be caught up somewhere. We will be caught up. So we must be very careful in talking. During interview time, let's not talk too much. And let's not interrupt the interviewers at any cost. When the interviewer is talking to us, we cannot say, "Excuse me, just listen to me first and then you can ask me questions." No, that is stupidity. Sorry. So we cannot impose certain things on them. We cannot compel them. We cannot force them to stop when they are talking to us. Their job is to intervene with us, to interact with us. We know that an interview is nothing but a social interaction, an interaction between two people or two or more people, more number of people, to know about the interviewing. So here, when we stop someone, when we stop the interviewers, they would get irritated. So that's not a good thing to do that. I have seen that in our own college. When our students come for from some interview or for some interaction with the interviewers, they stop them, something like this, by raising their hands. "Excuse me, sir, excuse me, sir." No, no, no. You first listen to them. When you get a time, you please talk to them freely. Then the next one is, always remember that communication is two-way. See, sometimes when an interviewer is interacting with us, what some people do is they simply nod like this. And sometimes they make some noise. Mm-mm, mm. And sometimes, in Tamil, they say, "Ama, illa, uh-uh." They make sounds like this. That will certainly irritate them. I tell you one example. This monosyllabic word, yes, and this monosyllabic one more word, no, can be said in 24 different ways depending upon the context. I'll tell you that. 24 different ways means yes, 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 Yes. Yes. So something like that in 24 different ways. But these two words, they are said depending upon the need, depending upon the need. When somebody phones up and we pick the call and say, "Ara," no, 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 no. And like this kind of tone, we'll talk about the tone and all that later on. And this will certainly disturb the interviewers. So remember, at the time of the interview, don't forget to put up a smile and don't forget to give a firm handshake if possible and if needed, excuse me. We must have an eye contact without glaring, right? Our eyes should convey them that we are confident, and sometimes we must be ready to give them the experience, our own experience. Then during the interview, remember, we should not talk too much and we should not interrupt the interviewer. We should always remember that communication is a two-way process. And sometimes when we are interviewed, we say this and that, yeah, I know that I can do that. I'm an expert in that. Right, that's a very simple thing, sir. Oh, it's not a problem at all, right? Oh, that much. No, 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 no. Keep yourself balanced. Keep yourself balanced. And don't assume yourself that the job is yours. Don't assume. Don't assume that the job is yours. Now, the next point is, it's fine to ask about the package on offer and accommodation. Yesterday, after the program was over, many of our friends came for an interaction. They were asking about how to ask for a salary. Now, I have given a point there, a condition there. Unless we are offered a chance, we need not ask about the salary. Sometimes the interviewee or for the company or the school or the college itself will give us the package there per annum 3.25 lakhs, 2.4 lakhs, something like that. They mentioned there. That is good. But it is the duty of each and every one of us to know about it even before we go for an interview. We can very easily inquire about it in the office. You can make a visit to the school, you can make a visit to the company, and you can you can meet a friend, find somebody and make him or her as your friend and have an interaction before you go over there for the interview. On one or two occasions, when our own students, our own college students, uh, were given chances to work in companies, that is when they were selected, the last question they asked, the only question that they asked to the interviewer was, "Sir, what is the salary, sir? What is the salary?" This they could have done well in advance outside the room, not across the table. Please, or you wait. The interviewer will tell you, "Madam, the school, the college, the company offers you this much. This is the basic salary. You will be getting 3 lakhs per annum. And in addition to this, you will be getting this. Altogether, it would be around 3.8 lakhs or something like that, 80,000 rupees as perks, as incentives, and many more other things." You can ask about accommodation. After that, after you have been given an offer letter, now who said that you should go by the offered letter? Who said? Who said? It's left with you whether to accept it. Getting an the duty of the employer ends with offering you a letter, but it is your chance whether to honor it or not. You can collect all the letters, the offer letters that you get by attending different types of interviews for different jobs, and you can keep them all filed in your file. It's left to you. Then after the interview is over, you wait outside, wait for the interviewers to come out, have an interaction with them, and they would be very happy to say hello to you and talk to you because they are there inside. They are there. When they are there inside the room, they will not be friendly with us. After they have left the place, they would come out, they would talk to us freely. At that time, we can ask about the accommodation, whether the company is ready to give us the accommodation or not. Now, it's almost 20 or 25 minutes since I started talking to you. 10 persons, 10 participants have raised their hands. May I know why? If you have any question, you can come in and you can ask me. Please unmute yourself, or the admins will help us to unmute the microphones. Only for those 10, those who have raised their hands, you can please come for an interaction now. Yes, please. Hello?
That may be a wrong click. Or otherwise, they may be asking questions about their assignments.
Ma'am, I'm not able to hear you. Your audio is very feeble now.
Can you hear me now?
With the same volume, but you can talk to me, please.
Okay. I think it may be a wrong click. Just like that, they were playing. Okay.
Oh, okay.
That may
Okay,
not
okay,
be with any purpose, I think.
Ah, right. It's okay, ma'am. It's okay.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay.
Then let me continue.
Yeah.
The next one is, it's important to listen to the questions asked and answer that question alone. That is very important, very important, very important. First, let's listen to the question. Let's not use the interviewers. Sometimes only when the question is halfway through, we are motivated towards some direction, and then we start answering the question. Let's take time. Let the interviewer be given full time to ask the question, and then we start, because the beginning towards one direction and the end may be towards some other direction. So let's take time. This happens often. Often students miss this. At some point during our interview, we will be asked whether we have any questions. Questions let the interviewer understand our perception and concerns, the judgment and analytical ability. See, we will also be given some question. It is something like, I used to tell my students, this is something like a conversation between a boy and a girl. Two families, first they talk, they fix it up, and the boy wants to talk to the girl, or the girl wants to talk to the boy. When they alone are there, the boy would ask him, do you want to say anything to me? If a time is given, please make use of it. If there is no time, or if the time is not given to us, don't interrupt them. Say big thanks to them and then come out. That will help you in many ways. The next one is, let's avoid negative comments about our past employers. Suppose you have put in service for 3 or 4 or 5 years in teaching in a particular school. Now you want to shift yourself from that school to some other school. Now in the new school, the interviewer asks you, hello, madam, why do you want to shift yourself from that school to this school? May we know that? In that case, never, ever speak negative things about the previous school, because interviewers will be very sharp in understanding our character, judge our character. Evaluate or review your interviewer's strength, weaknesses immediately after the interview. Come out. You might have come traveling. During the travel time, you just recall what you have done. That will help you to set yourself right. If I have finished a program like this, I would talk to the admins, to the hosts, to the administrators, right? I would ask them, madam, sir, how was my presentation? You just give me a feedback. If there is any negative thing, let me know that, so that in my next program, I will be able to rectify it. So in this, nothing wrong in getting the feedback from somebody. And when we when we recall certain things, we would realize certain things in our what to say, personal things. Now you look at this. Some common interview questions they were asking me. Somebody asked me yesterday. Some common interview questions I have posted here. One is, there are 3 or 4 types of questions here. One is leading questions. The second one is open-minded questions. The third one is probing questions. And the fourth one is the open-ended question, or, excuse me, close-ended questions. Leading questions, they have a built-in response. They have a built-in response. For example, you are an MSc B.Ed? Yes, I'm an MSc B.Ed. You are a BE graduate? Yes. You are a BE graduate in aeronautical engineering? Yes. You are an MSc B.Ed with a specialization of mathematics? Yes. Built-in answers are there. Sometimes they would ask like this: hello, sir, you have put in 6 years of service in that reputed company. That's good. What were you doing there? So built-in responses are there. In order to break the ice between the interviewer and the interviewee, they just pose certain questions for which we already knew the answers. We won't struggle. We won't struggle to answer the questions. Now, the second type is open-minded questions to enable a candidate to talk, explain, illustrate what he knows or done before. Yes, madam, I understand that you have put in 6 years of service in 6 years of teaching experience you have in that particular school. Can you tell me some interesting aspect that you came across there? Yes, sir. Now I understand from your CV, from your resume, that you have put in 3 years of experience in that particular firm, in that particular company. Can you tell us some problem that you faced there and you consider it very difficult? So they want us to speak to them freely. And the third one is probing questions to know how you and I would react to a question. Organize your ideas. Question, comma, organize our own ideas. Listen, please. Listen, please. They give us some examples. They take us into a situation. They place us there and they try to get the answer from us. Just to test our honesty, just to test our trustworthiness, just to test our truthfulness, just to test our hard-working nature, working mind, working experience, right? And the last one is close-ended questions. This is to seek information on specific items and to test our knowledge of facts and figures. Madam, you have mentioned here that you have been drawing 15,000 rupees there. Specific items and to test our knowledge of facts. I understand that 15,000 rupees a good salary, but still you want to come and join us. Why? Why? We are able to give you only 18,000 rupees. Then what do you want to say? Why? What makes you to come out of that company? So finally, when they want to finish the interview, they would end with, what is your favorite subject? What is your choice of place for posting? Very recently, I was invited to interview a set of candidates for a school where they had where they had branches in different places. So I asked them this question: where do you want to work? They have 3 branches. Which school you prefer to work? All the 3, we cannot say that they are good. They are equal in their standards, because the excuse me, All the three may not be good, but based on our question, the candidates will give us the answer. So in that case, we should honor them. So what's your choice of place for posting? That's very important. Now, some common interview questions you have been asking me yesterday. Tell us about yourself. Many of our students, many of the candidates, they they are very poor in telling about themselves. Very poor in telling about them. The interviewer doesn't want to know the name of the candidates. Suppose I ask a candidate, come on, tell me something about you. The interviewee would start like this. I am so and so. I studied. No, who asked? You have said everything there in the CV. Why should you waste the precious time of the interviewers? You can straight away start by talking about your personal experience. That's possible. They would really appreciate. They would, because you. Another thing you should keep in your mind is you should know what you have written in your resume. You should know what you have mentioned in the resume. If you start talking based on the resume, you will not get into any problem. Remember this. If you start talking just or in addition to what you have not mentioned in the resume, you will get into problems. The interviewers know very well, they might have or they must have read your resume or CV, and they are all well versed in the words that you have mentioned, especially the key words. So we must start building our own talks, our own presentation based on the CV or the resume alone, or we will get into trouble. Next one is, what do you know about our company? What do you know about our school? It is a must. It is a must. If we can collect the history of that particular college, school, or company, that's well and good. That's well and good. That will help us a lot because nowadays everything is available on net. So that will help us a lot. Why did you leave your last job? This is a very, very dangerous question. We cannot say that I left the school because I had some problem there. What problem? What's the problem that you had? Problem from the management or problem among your colleagues? Or you faced a personal problem there, or you posed a personal problem to them? So questions will be coming up like that. So we must have a very solid answer, but it must be a convincing answer. But remember, it should not be a lie. A lying person can very easily be spotted out. Remember that. Then, why do you want to join our company? Some people know, even some graduates, when they want to have a shift from one school to the other, when we ask them, right, come on, ma'am, come on, sir, you have put in 11 years of service that there in that particular school. What do you do? What do you want to come up here? They would start talking this and that. Be specific, be sharp. Don't try to build a castle in the air. You will be caught up in the middle somewhere. So be very careful. Why do you want to join our company? There may be some true reasons. Yes, sir, I got married to a gentleman from this place. Maybe. My parents have been transferred from that place to this place. Maybe. I would like to find a place for my brother here to work so that we as family, we can shift ourselves over here and I can do some job here. And sometimes, that school was good, pretty good, but I feel better here. When I was asking about the schools, the citizens, the people around this place, they said many good things about this school. And for me, as a talented person, I can contribute more here. I have done a lot in that school, in that company, in that firm, in that college, but I believe that I can do more here. Something like that. We need not, we need not please the administrators through our answers, but we should be very careful in doing or giving the answer for this. Why do you, next one is, do you consider yourself successful? Last webinar, I think, last webinar, not yesterday, something back, somebody came in the chat. The presentation that was going on, the resource person was talking about being honesty. I'm sorry, being honest. He was talking about honesty. So somebody came in the chat like this: how can we 100% be honest in our work? She came out. So I started chatting with her. So I came to know that she has got problems just because she had been very honest in her place. Then I gave her a few tips, and I made her understand that we can be honest at the most possible. One or two times we may slip down. But if you watch someone, they would ask for the meaning for the word honest. What is honest? How can I be honest? Something, how can I be honest? So something like that, they would keep on asking. So successful, we can be. We can be. Where else you have applied for? This is also a very simple, very oft asked question. So where else you have applied for? Nothing wrong in telling them. Next one is, what is your greatest strength? What is your biggest weakness? And these two questions, we must be ready to answer them. Why should I hire you? Oh, good. This is a very, what to say, a very open question. Why should I hire you? Tell me in 5 sentences. Come on, can you say that? Why should I appoint you in my place, in my school, in my company, in my firm? Why should I do that? Can you say that? Tell me. In that case, we must be ready to tell them why they should appoint us. I used to begin with this question. Yesterday, I just mentioned it twice. We should have everything in us, all skills, all needed certificates with us. And we should get into an interviewer's room with the question, if you don't give me, who else will be given? And he would be sitting there. He would be sitting there with a question, why should I give you this job? Look at this. This is a game. This is a game. When I ask a principal to give me a job, he or she would be asking me, why should I give you? Yes, why should I give you? I cannot give you. Why should I give you? But when I enter into that room, if I am not given, who else will be given? Who can get it? I have everything that I need. So this kind of arrogance on both sides, I'm sorry to use this word, arrogance, must be substituted with a word, this kind of bargain, simple way of bargaining. All right, I'm sure to get this because I have a certificate here. I have a certificate for this. I have learned this. I have read this. I know this. So something like this, right? Now, some common don'ts in an interview. Never complain or give negative comments about your previous employer. That I have already told you. Second one is, never give an impression that you are very particular about the salary. Come on, tell me, sir. I have these certificates in mind. I know this, this. But how much are you ready to give me? No. Never be particular about the salary. Never go unprepared, even for the basic questions. I have given you around 7 or 8 or 9 questions, basic questions. Please prepare. You tell somebody, maybe your senior, maybe your teacher, your own guardian, you go and talk to him or her. If this question is asked to me, if I answer like this, what would be the response from the interviewer's side? You just ask him or her. They will be able to guide you in the right way, in the right path. That will help you in many ways. Never go to face an interview unprepared, right? Next one is never chew in the interview. I have seen many students, many candidates, they chew, they have chewing gum or bubble gum. Oh, very awkward, very awkward. Never chew. If you're appearing for an interview, remember, take some water in a bottle, pet bottle, beautiful bottle. You can have it in your bag. Before your turn comes or before you're asked to sit among the other candidates, wash your mouth first, rinse at least, and drink. That's all. That will help you in many ways. That will prevent bad odor from your mouth, smell from your mouth. Even if small food particles are there, they would come out. You would not have a chance to do like this. And when you go there, see that your mouth is free from all such things. Never chew. Sometimes you may have some chewing gum there in your mouth to give a good smell. In that case, go to the toilet, spit it out into the closet, flush it out and come back. Don't leave it over there simply like that, right? And another thing I am reminded of to tell you, yesterday I was talking about the TNPSC exams. For 2,500 posts, more than 7 lakh people have applied for that. But nowadays in the companies and the schools, just for 2 posts to teach English or mathematics or physics or chemistry, minimum 20 to 25 or 30 candidates come and appear for the interview. They'll all be seated in a room. But remember, the companies and the schools have started to do one thing. That is, they will send their own people in the midst of the crowd. They would also come and sit among you. They would sit with you. They would be observing from or with you how we behave, how we talk, how we move our hands, how we have dressed, how we have prepared, how we have set our files, and so on. So this we must have in our mind. If time permits, I will talk about that in the later. Then now, never contradict your statements. You have a conviction, go on with that. Never contradict your statements. Never either glorify or you criticize the past experience. I was very successful. I was given a very good place there. Everybody appreciated me. Then why do you come here? Right? So never either glorify or criticize the past. And somebody was asking me about the dress code. You can observe here. Look at this dupatta, how she has kept it over there. Sometimes, when girls, they wear dupatta, they would be falling often. And they would be doing this and that to keep it safe. Better you have pins over there, pin it up. It should not distract the interviewers. And it should not distract you. It should not disturb you either. Now look at the dress of these 2 gentlemen. If it is possible, you can go in full suit or go there in light color shirt. Somebody was asking me yesterday whether black pants and white shirts are okay. Fine. No. I'm not coming into that part. It all depends upon your complexion, right? Look at this. Black color pants, any dark color pants made for you. That's very important. You should not be very loose and you should not be very tight. And it is very bad to mention here. I'm sorry to mention here. It is very bad to see our own youngsters wearing pants at the most possible low hip. No, try to avoid that. Please. Suppose you're bending, all dirty things will happen. So please, dress code is a must. So when you are sitting among others, everything will be noted down. You can buy a cufflink, just 250 rupees or 300 rupees. When you go for a tie clip in a good textile shop, You can buy a good cufflink, link, right? You can cuff your shirts, full cuff, right? You can do that. And also, you can go for a tie matching your dress, not in multicolored dyes. That's very important. Tie should match us in all possible ways. Um, uh, Mans in Annamal College, can you help me in admitting these newcomers, please? Immediately
Yeah,
after
we are
after it
admitting
is
them.
appeared on the screen, ma'am.
Yes, yes, sir. We are admitting
Hello,
them.
Hello.
Yes, we are admitting them.
ma'am.
Yes, Benison. Yes, we are
Hello,
admitting
can you
them.
hear me, ma'am?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay, when a newcomer comes, I have to admit them. It distracts my,
We are also okay.
it
Okay, we'll
slows
take
down my
care of that.
speed.
We'll
Right.
take care
So
of that.
look at the dress code. When you go in saris, uh, especially girls, when you go in saris, please see that your toe is not visible. Look at the first picture. Sometimes when the girls come from a village, when a girl comes from a village, she raises the bottom or the ankle, the heels, the toes are seen by others. That should be avoided. That should be avoided. Now, let me move on to the next slide. Before that, let's familiarize ourselves with the universal dress code. Let's get our clothes ready the night before. Sometimes we try to iron our shirts in the morning on the day of the interview, but there will be no electricity. There will be no possibility that it won't be possible for us. So be careful about it. And then avoid too much cologne. Cologne means scent. Some people, they pour the drops on their body. Please avoid that. Consider the job's location and dress accordingly. This is, again, I'm talking about the dress. You better ask about the dress to someone. Now, you remember, it is always good to ask someone to select our dress. It's always good. We cannot select our own dress according to our eyes satisfaction, eyes taste, and wear them. It's always good to ask someone who is really interested in us to select a dress for us. That will be very helpful. Then consider the job's location and dress accordingly. Our clothes should be, our clothes should be neat and clean. This is very important. It need not be new one. We need not go in for a new shirts or new pants or new dresses, new chudidar, ready-made chudidar, or something like that. The thing is, it should be neat, it should be clean, and it should be wrinkle-free. That's all. It should be. Now, shoes. I got a call by 7:45 in the morning on a day. One of my students phoned me up. He said, "Sir, can you give me your shoe for a day?" A boy was asking me, "Sir, can you give me your shoes to appear for an interview? I want to use that pair of shoes, and then I'll give you back safely." I asked him where he was. He was around 20 to 25 kilometers away from me, from my place. Then I told him, if you come and go, it's around 20 to 25, means 40 to 50 kilometers, 45 to 50 kilometers or 40 to 50 kilometers. It would take a lot of time, number one. Number two is, if he doesn't have a shoe, I asked him, why don't you go for a new pair of shoes? He said, "Sir, I don't have money." Then I told him, you better ask somebody who is nearby you, borrow some money, buy a shoe, come and meet me tomorrow. I'll give you the money, give the gentleman back the money that you got from him. Shoes are must. Many times we wear shoes, but the shoes are not well polished. Ladies and gentlemen, men, candidates, boys here, graduates here, take care of the shoes and take care of the, see, sometimes girls, when you appear, when you go for an interview, You sometimes forget to clean your heels. Please go in clean legs, with clean legs. Now, nails. I need not say much about it. Girls give more importance to nails. They do a lot of things to beautify their nails. What they suggest is nails must be well cut, and neatly maintained. Dirt must not be there, right? Please keep this in your mind. The next point is dress for the job. I have already told you. Dress for the job you want. If I'm going for an interview to become a teacher in a college, I must dress according to that college or school or anything like that. If I'm going for a job of a sales representative, I must go according to that. So this is very important. This is very important. Where has it gone? Where is it?
Yes,
Is it
the
coming?
screen. Yeah, no, there is no screen sharing. Immediately it has gone.
Right. Keep interview. Bring a breath mint. Can you hear me, madam?
Yeah, we can hear you, but there is no PPT.
Am I audible?
Yeah, you are audible.
I cannot read the chats. Please
It is audible.
come through your
It's
mic,
audible,
please.
audible, very audible.
Hello?
Yes, it's very audible. It's audible.
Hello?
Hello?
Yeah,
Hello, sir.
Oh my God.
it's
No one
audible.
is.
It's audible. It's audible.
Hello?
Yes, it's audible. Yes, Dr.
Okay, right.
Benison,
Thank
it's
you. It's
audible.
audible, sir. Where have the college people gone?
Yes,
Madam,
we are here. We
please
are,
be
all
with
of
me.
us are here.
If I have any problem, I will be seeking your help. Right. Keep interview accessories professional. Listen to me. Listen to me, please. This is very, very, very important. You can have a briefcase or nice leather or vinyl bound portfolio to carry your references or other pertinent documents. Very important. Listen to me. I want to give you an example. Listen, when you keep your files, when you maintain your files, you should go from the highest degree that you have got. Say, for example, if you have the MPhil, all right. If you have PhD, first PhD, then MPhil, then PG, then UG, then 12th standard, and then 10th standard. This is the order. Remember that. This is the way we have to present in our resume also, right? Now, then the other certificates. Recently got certificates must be put according to the order. That is very, very important. I want to demonstrate one thing. If I can do that, if you can follow me, please watch me, please. Watch me, please. When you give a file, suppose this is a file, right? Just imagine that this is a file. When you give a file, if I open this file like this, can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Oh
Yes,
God,
yes, we can
PPT
hear
not
you.
visible. Okay, can you see this? Can you see my screen now?
No, sir.
We can hear, but how would what should I do? Madam Animal there?
Yes, we are all here.
Ma'am?
Sir?
Yes, we are all
Now I
here.
think you will get it.
Yeah.
What should I do? What should I do to this?
Yes, everything is okay, but you could not hear us.
Now screen is okay. Thank you. Thank you.
Yes.
PPT is visible, sir. Visible, audible, and visible. Okay, okay, okay. Right, right. Uh, am I seeing the full screen? Full screen. Just a minute. What to do with this full screen? If someone can help me.
Just we see your screen.
All right, anyhow.
We see only your screen. Can you hear me, Dr. Benison?
Full screen is visible, then fine, no problem. But for me, it is very, very small. Right, okay, you can see this. If I open this book like this, okay, now this is the way I have to read my book. But I cannot give this by closing the file and to the interviewer. What I should do is, I must turn the file like this. And when I give this to my interviewer, he must be able to open this book from his side and read it very easily. I hope that you have understood what I'm not giving you the PPT. Microphone is okay. Now, have you got what I said? Yes, please.
But you could
Yeah,
not
you cannot
hear
see
us.
me. You can see only my book. Right. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. So this is the way we should give. Only then the interviewer can read this. And when he gives, he may give just like this. We have to turn to this, close it without making any noise. Now, I hope that you have understood what I really meant. Now, the next thing I want to move is when we give the file, as I said earlier, the file should contain all the information that are needed. And when we say that all the information that we want to tell them, because in the file we have kept everything and they should be in an order. Right, we move on to the next one. I will share the file now. I'll share the PPT now. Can you see the PPT now?
Yes, we can
PPT
see.
is visible. Kindly.
Yes, it's visible.
PPT is visible.
Yes, it's
Say
visible.
the PPT is chat. PPT is visible. Right. Thank you. Thank you very much. Right. Okay. I continue with this. So bring a breath mint also. So this point is very important. Keep interview accessories professional. Better you take a color printout of your certificates. How much are you going to spend on it? Just a few rupees. That's all. And also take your copies, photocopies of the certificates in 100 GSM paper. Right. Now, next point is no jewelry is better than cheap jewelry. Hello, ladies. Don't get angry with me. Don't get angry with me, please. Excuse me. No jewelry is better than less expensive jewelry, or sometimes it could be even cheap jewelry, right? Have a professional hairstyle with light makeup and perfume. Sometimes, the girls, by nature, they are very beautiful. But when they are there as a bride, there in the wedded, when you watch the newly wedded couple there, the girls are given more importance for decoration. I would say decoration, not even makeup. That will certainly spoil their grace, spoil their pleasant atmosphere. So hairstyle you must take care of. Not you should not feel that only if you are in the according to the modern way of hair doing, you would be given preference. No, remember that. Light makeup and perfume. Avoid mini skirts, tight sweaters, sloppy overalls, and sandals with straps. Check your outfit for holes. Sometimes holes are there. Not we may not be what to say. We may not be noticing such things. So choose closed toe shoes. That will help us in many ways. Okay, next point is I rush through. Same non-verbal communication. This is I want to take some time. Kindly excuse me. I may if I cross 1:30. This is very important. Very important. Non-verbal communication. Look at this slide presentation. Our mode of communication may make or mar the situation. Non-verbal communication. How I express my views on my face, on my eyes, on my lips, brows, eyebrows, that they all count for so many things. From what we say and also from how we say, the interviewers will very easily understand our feelings. Now, look at this. People who interview us will not judge our speech merely on the basis of what we say, rather also the way we deliver it. Friends, when we say that non-verbal communication, it also speaks about the tone we have, the tone. Listen to me. English is a beautiful language, right? English is a wonderful language. English has many facts, many faces in it. I would say many faces in it. Look at this. I want to ask you a very simple question. Who are you? Who are you? This, who are you? This sentence, interrogative sentence, question, with 3 words can be said in very many different ways. Look at this. Who are you? Who are you? Who are you? Who are you there? Who are you? Tell me. Who are you? Who are you? Right? The tone plays a vital role. When I said that sometimes the company will send its own people to sit with us, they will be sitting with us. On such occasions, they will be assessing our tone, how we use the tone, the voice, the words also. And sometimes we get phone calls. And how do we respond to the phone calls? Each and everything will be observed by the people there. Now, when we say non-verbal communication, it is possible only through body language, voice, dress, eye contact, facial expressions, movements, gestures, tone and modulation, control pitch and rate, pronunciation, touch, spacing. How very important they are. Very important they are. Body language is the communication of personal feelings. So if I don't like something, my eyes will express that. If I liked something, if I liked, yeah, I liked it. Wow, really? Something like that, right? If I have a dissent note on something, my eyes bay. So my face is the index of my feelings. It is the communication of personal feelings, body language, right? Something like that, right? Emotions, attitudes, thoughts through body movements. Communication through body language, this you can very easily understand. You can read and understand. 35%. Tone, 38%. Words, 7%. Now, again, sometimes our body language is aggressive, attentive. You read them fast, please. Bored, closed, deceptive. You can read them quickly. And sometimes, we express everything through our gestures. Gestures are nothing but the movements we make with the fingers, hands, arms, head, and indeed every part of our body. Relaxed hands. I go fast. We are getting time, so I go very fast. I don't have time to go deep into this aspect. So facial expressions, gestures, body movements, postures, visual orientation, physical contact, spatial behavior, appearance, and non-verbal communication, they all express what and where we are. Take care of your body postures. This I have already said, I have already spoken about, rubbing eyes, rubbing nose, head in the hand, covering mouth. This is very bad. Covering mouth may express that we are liars. Okay, you read fast. Let me go to the next slide. Okay, then sitting position. We must take care of these things in an interview. I would always teach my students how to sit and how to stand at the time of an interview. The moment we open the door, we should in a very low noise, a very low voice, we should ask them, may I come in, sir? Excuse me, may I come in, sir? Kindly say, excuse me, in the proper way. Sometimes, when my students, they come late to the class, they stand at the doorsteps and they ask me, no, I'm sorry, they don't ask me. They say, excuse me, sir. Hello, please say that in the correct way. Please, please, please. So when we ask them, we open the door. Sometimes the door may close with a bang. We must be very cautious about that also. So we must take care of the door first. Then we should say, excuse me, sir, may I come in? Then we walk smoothly. We walk straight with our body straight to the chair. Don't pull the chair. After the interviewers have told you alone, you can sit. And when you take the file, when you take the papers with you, never take the polythene bags with you, because the polythene bag will make noise there. You keep everything in a beautiful file. Whatever that you invest there will be a single investment. You need not go in search of a new file again and again every time when you go for an interview. And when you sit carefully, don't make any noise, sit straight and keep your legs firmly on the ground. One leg to the front and one leg to the back. Don't cross your legs. Don't tap your legs on the floor. All these things must be taken care of. And then come to this. Sitting with an attention shows that we are confident. Sitting on the edge of the chair conveys that we accept or agree or compromise. When we sit with the crossed legs, it conveys that we reject the statement. So legs crossed at the ankles, reject this. Though a comfortable posture, this can be misinterpreted sometimes. Hands on the table, very, very bad. The moment the candidates come, they hand over the file to the interviewers and they keep their hands like this on the table. They keep like this. No, it's very bad. No, never touch the table, please. Arms crossed at the chest, it is not at all recommended. And hands neatly held or kept on the lap, it displays confidence, self-confidence, and this is recommended. Be presentable. Your clothes should be neat. I have already spoken about. Again, be presentable. Keep interview accessories professional. Take a briefcase. I have already told you. Have a professional hairstyle. I have already told you. Then the next again is good manners and etiquette. Greet everyone there. That is very important. Greet with confidence. Good morning, sir. Good morning, madam. Not in a louder voice and not in a hushed voice. Say clearly, good morning, madam. When you enter into the classes of small children, you might have noticed the children singing, rhyming with a rhyme. No? Good morning, sir. No. That is not at all needed there. You speak firmly, clearly, legibly, and at the same time, your greeting is the first thing that your interviewers observe. If your voice is very arrogant, they will not select. If your voice is very less audible, they will not select. See the distance with your head nodded a little. Good morning, madam. Good morning, sir. If it is possible, fold your hands like this and say, good morning, sir. Good morning, madam. And don't say like this, good morning, sir. Good morning, good morning. Don't say like that, right? So good manners, number one. Number two, when you reply an email, very important, my friends, start with greetings. I receive a number of mails to my placement cell. A few mails are written like this. In the subject, they write the content, the body in a sentence or two. Oh my goodness. Subject is different from the body of the letter. And when you begin the body of the letter, you greet. First thing you have to do is greet the person. Sir / madam, warm greetings. That's how you should begin. Many letters do not have greetings at all. You better buy a good book to learn all these things, how to write a letter. That's a very important thing. And also close this with thanking you. Oh, I'm sorry, I thank you. I thank you is the modest way of expressing our thanks to them. Thanking you is an old thing. That is Indian way of saying. Thank you is okay, but I thank you is better. Whatever you want to say, yours faithfully or yours sincerely, not yours lovingly, right? Right, okay, you know all these things, wonderful. Now, good manners and etiquette are very important. And also, when you talk to an interviewer or when you talk to somebody, keep an arm's length distance, especially with the opposite sex. Don't face the opposite sex straight. You can turn a little left or you can turn a little right, but your face should be looking at the face of your listener. That's very important. That is very important. Never go closer because our limit ends with our arms, the tip of our hand, fingers, right? That's very important. That is very important. And at the time of the interview also, never stretch your legs. Sometimes unconsciously, when the interviewer is there on the other side, when the interview is there on this side, unconsciously, the students, they stretch their legs. You must be very careful about it. I've already told you that to keep your legs firm on the floor and never tap one leg forward, one leg backward. That's very important. That's very important, right? And manners, coming back to manners. When you are asked to go and when you are informed that the interview is over, when you are asked to go, stand up in your place and say thank you with a little bow. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. And if the interviewer offers you his hand, right? Shake it. Handshaking is a different thing. When we handshake, we follow so many things. Never keep your hand like this. This side up means supremacy. You are not in any way superior to the interviewer. And never keep your hand like this. This is submissive, right? You need not be submissive. You do not submit yourself fully to the interviewer. And when you handshake, don't break the bones of the giver. And at the same time, it should be firm. And never give a dead fish handshake. Sometimes when we give our hands to someone, they would offer us a dead fish handshake. There will be no feeling at all. We have to hold their hands and shake their hands. Instead, give some grip. You may be stronger. You may be stronger sometimes. Don't give a strong grip, but give a grip. And also, don't touch your superior's hand when he or she offers you like this. Suppose this hand is to be to shake hands. Don't use your other hand, left hand, to hold like this. That is different. And don't hold the elbow of your interviewer. That is different. They're all friendly, closeness, something like that, right? So good manners we must maintain. And also the tone, as I've already told you, don't raise your voice. So with these words, I would like to say big thanks to each and every participant here. Thank you for joining me. Thank you for joining us. The last person to be admitted is Janita Christie. Now I have admitted Janita Christie. Let's not have any other admission now, please. Now, if you have any query, if you want to give your feedback, you can give your feedback to the organizers on the other side. And if you have any question now, please, you can ask me. You can open your mic, unmute your mic, and you can talk to me. Thank you. So many are coming out with a word. Thank you for your valuable information. Thank you so much. Thanks a lot for your feedback. But anyhow,
Hello.
I just what if we know the interview panel members already? How should we behave, sir? How you cannot what to say? You cannot be friendly there. So you must hide yourself, and you should not recognize their presence, and they too would not recognize your presence there. Or why should we tell our weakness? It will play a negative role in selection. Sometimes that will help you. How open-minded you are, that will help the interviewers to consider you. No man is free from any weakness. So what is wrong in talking about our weakness there? Yes, Priyanka ma'am, we can.
Sir,
Can you hear now, Dr.
Yes.
Ganesh?
Is there any difference in job and academic interview? Mr. Vivek Kumar Singh? Yes.
sir,
Yes. Job interview speaks about your performance. An academic interview
sir,
speaks
excuse me,
about your
sir.
academic thirst. So this you must keep in your mind. Thank you, Madam Abarna. Oh, which means that we have a lot of tension in that time. One Bonnie, Madam, has asked this question. In that time, no, sir. How to avoid that, sir? Yeah, tension will be there. But
Sir,
that's why I told you yesterday, have a good sleep, have some water, keep your
Sir.
body cool all the time. And also mind, don't never permit any thought to enter in your mind without your permission. No thought can enter into your mind without your permission. So keep yourself positive there.
It's Dr. Ganesh, sir. Can you hear us now?
sir,
He could not hear us, I think.
Excuse me, sir.
Okay.
Why is this
No, Fatima, madam, you have asked a question. Sir, you saying that you said, right, that we should simply bargain with the interviewer if he or she asks us, why should I give you the job? No, they would not ask you this question. They would keep that in their mind. Why should I give you this job? Why should I give you? They would have that in their mind. But we should equip ourselves, and we should prepare ourselves and go there. Yes, if you don't give me, who else will get it? Because I'm fully qualified. I am the only person here with all certificates, many skills. So these are the positive things you should keep in your mind.
Asking about ourselves.
3 days webinar was very useful, sir. Excellent speech. That's good information. Thank you, Fatima ma'am. Sir, when it comes to greeting the viewer, I heard that the female interviewer must be greeted first. Yeah, that is English way of saying that. Uh, no, it doesn't mean that first we should say good morning, madam, good morning, sir. No, whatever it is. Greetings to everyone. Be on the neutral side, Mr. Yogesh. Greetings to everyone. How could we perform in group interviews? This is a long title, a long topic, big topic. If there are more than one member in an interview panel, how should I wish them? Should I say good morning, everyone? Yeah, you can say that. Greetings to everyone. That's okay. No, we cannot wish them individually. Good morning, sir. Good morning, sir. Good morning, sir. Good morning. No. That is not possible. How can we know your upcoming programs? Can you please say, sir? I don't know. Annamal College, the hosts have organized a program next week that is to enhance the skills of the teachers. That will help you a lot. Yes, please. If Miss Lavanya, if the interview asks me, you want to ask any question in that question, what question is correct to ask? It depends. It depends. You must be very careful. You're not there to judge the interviewers, and you're not there to embarrass the interviewers, right? You must be very careful in that. What are the certificates we must have with us? All the certificates that would speak much about you. Thank you, Dr. Suganya. Sir, should I ask if any query regarding this question later on? What should I do? Mr. Vivek Singh, you might have noted down my email ID. You can be in touch with me. How should we attend the telephonic interview? That's a different thing. I had no time to talk about that. For girls, nails should cut. It is common. What is this, Miss Sveta? What do you mean by that? Sir, for girls, nails should cut. It is common. What does it mean? Yeah, it is. The thing is, Sweta ma'am, the thing is, just a minute, I got a call from. Sweta ma'am, it depends, but it's always good to have your fingers beautiful, nail well cut and beautifully designed. That's all. Yes, Tejashri from Tejashri Buddhisagar. Yes, now we are observed in the waiting room itself, how we behave in the waiting room, how we move with the others, all these things. Yeah, nothing wrong in taking a printout of your certificates, all the certificates. Skype, almost the same. Thank you, Sharon Shiny Man. Tell about our weakness, and yeah, we have to, if necessary. We should not commit certain things voluntarily. No, Maimon, is it necessary to handshake voluntarily? No, 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 no. Unless and until the interviewers offer their hands, don't walk towards them. Don't stretch your hands. Anju Pessi, ma'am, what does it say that 25,620? To disclose a work-related weakness. Yeah, what is wrong in it? If they ask us, we should not voluntarily offer ourselves there. Thank you, Kavya Sri, ma'am. I have not gone into it. Thank you, Dr. Jacob. Thank you, Madam Moni, patiently listening. This is, of course, we have to do this. We are here only for this.
So,
Can you hear
The
us?
interview will ask any weakness we have to say or not. Nothing wrong in telling them why. Weakness means not a big one. In the workplace, what are the things that you felt that you are weak in certain things? Maybe sometimes lazy, maybe sometimes careless. So we don't boast ourselves saying that I have these weaknesses and something like that. Thank you, Nazira, ma'am. Yes, the problem is there. I'm not able to listen to them. That is the thing. But all my things are.
so
Okay, here on my side. I don't know what to do. I'll do one thing. I'll do one thing. I'll switch over to another camera. And that is not also possible here.
I have one
Thank you, Rajeshwari, ma'am. I think it's almost time for me to say thanks to each and everyone. Very special thanks to Madam Principal and his colleagues from my side. And also I acknowledge your presence. All there were around 500, I think, 450 and above participants with us. I hope that I have given you some useful information. I understand from the feedback, I've got everything. Thank you very much. You might have noticed, or you might have what to say, you might have Noted down my email ID. You can be in touch with me. It's very simple. From Benison. It's very simple. FROMBENESON. I'll type it down here. You can make a note of it. If you need any help, you can ask me. From Benison 2020 at gmail.com. From Benison 2020 at gmail.com.
Yes, host from Annamal. Shall we propose
Thank
the
you.
vote of thanks? The
Ma'am,
formal vote of
please.
thanks.
Now it's your
Yes,
time.
ma'am. Yes.
Thank you. I don't know where the problem lies with.
Yes, I thank both the speakers, Dr. Prabhu as well as Dr. Benison, for the wonderful sessions they have given. Thank you all. I hope that you have filled in the feedback link too. Thank you very much.